Hello, everyone. This is LaRon Brown with Unit 7 in my video response to our interview with God. The prompt reads Reflect on and enjoy an interview with God video presentation. As you read the words and listen to the music, identify the phrase that is most meaningful to you. The phrase that was most meaningful to me was at the beginning of the dream, the person talked about how she asked God for if he had time for an interview, and his response was he smiled and said, I have an eternity of time. To me, that is just a reminder that you don't have to rush through life. For me personally, I haven't been to church on a consistent basis in the last, and it affects me personally because I feel like I want to go more often. Um, for my son and for myself, as a part of my faith and honestly a part of my upbringing, because I used to go every Sunday. But I feel like it keeps me centered in the things that I do and where I'm at in my life and where I want to be in my life as a Christian and as a professional and as a father to my son. But a lot of times when I don't go to church, I often think that I need to go back to church. I need to go back to church. It's like church is going to solve everything, and I'm just like, honestly, well, going to church isn't going to solve everything. My faith in my Father and my God is strong, and I think that's what resets me when I get to that position or situation in my life. Um, and I just need to take more time to realize that just like that response said, like God has an eternity of lifetime, and it's like God is always there. At the end of the video, it says that too. He's always here, and so what I need to do is just get back to rebuilding my relationship with God and keeping my relationship strong with Him, maintaining it. Um, and I think that will help me feel more centered and um, where I need to be in my life. It also talk. There's I know that was a my response, but I also like the quote where it says that um, he said that mankind or humankind gets bored with childhood, so they rush to be an adult, and then they get old, and then they rush to be a child. They wish to be a child again. And so that to me, it makes me think about my son a lot because when I'm with my son, I try to cherish everything um, that we do. And I know that our time is limited on this earth, and that's the reason. That's exactly why I do this. So I don't really. I used to when I was younger. I used to like, hey, I want to get older so I can do this and I can do that. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, man, I just want to take my time. I want to enjoy everything, and I try to be an example to my son, and I try to be in the moment with him as much as I can, especially when I have him. And I think that's huge because for him and his development, what I think may be a short period of time, it may last a lifetime for him, and that's a cherishable moment. And that's what I want to create, and that's what I want to belong with him. So, I mean, even setting the foundation with him as far as going to church on a regular basis is something that I always told myself that I wanted to do with my son. Um, but I think living in the moment with my son and being there and being a presence is just as important to him and to our relationship in his life and his upbringing as well. That's also something that I never had with my father either. So this is also new to me too. So I mean, but it's fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the response. How does this phrase support you in your coaching, teaching, athletic fitness training, and or administration? This this helps me take a step back and realize that I still have some time. I often create my training programs for my athletes and my students, and I'm just like, okay, we got 4 weeks until this, we got 6 weeks until this, and I try to rest things. I try to skip out on things to make sure that we can get everything in within a certain time period. But I sometimes just need to take a deep breath, um, look at my layout, look at my program, and just be patient. It's just I just need to be more patient with my programs and my trainings and how the pace of the things that we're doing. I've been doing a lot better of a job at it this year. So and trusting in the process, trusting that everything will work out in its favor. There's a lot of things that come up that are unexpected that I have to change or vary or just the training program. And so those things are hard to take into account too when you created a program. But you always have to leave room for certain occasions or whatnot that arise. So, but I think just having more patience and trusting in the process is something that would support, or that phrase would support my coaching as well, and provide support to the colleagues in the class in the final weeks of this term. We have one more week to go. We are almost there. It's been a great pleasure to have all you guys in class, learning and reading from you guys' responses, getting to know you better, uh, personally and professionally. But just hold on, the light of the tunnel is just across the way. Stay strong, and keep your faith alive. Everything happens for a reason. We're all here for a reason. God has a plan for us, and just trust in the process. All right. Merry Christmas.